Welcome to Red-Handed Crimes channel. Don't forget to subscribe.
Exclusive new details about Jenna Miles' parents. The latest information about who her parents are and how this will have a huge impact on the case. You are not going to want to miss this. Exclusive new details in the Jenna Miles investigation you need to know. Jenna Miles' parents. What we now know and why it all but guarantees Jenna Miles gets life in prison. Hi. This is your host from our channel, where we rechanging the way you get your news by cutting through the garbage and giving you only what you need to know. And there are some very shocking developments in the Jenna Miles case that you are not going to want to miss. Now before we dive into it, I've got to ask you to do two things. First, make sure you subscribe so you get alerts every time we drop a new video. Thank you so much. Alright, let's dive right in. We now know who Jenna Miles' parents are, and this could guarantee that she spends the rest of her life behind bars. But first, here's what we know so far in the Jenna Miles case. In September of 2021, 6-year-old Kennedy Krim was found dead in her home in Northport, Florida. An investigation revealed that her mother's boyfriend, 24-year-old Joseph Scott Morgan, had been physically abusing her for some time, and that ultimately led to her death. He was charged with second-degree murder and aggravated child abuse. But then, after he was denied bail, he took his own life. The mother, Kristen, celebrated the news of Morgan's death with a series of bizarre Facebook posts. Her Facebook post included lyrics from a Morgan Wallen song about killing people. She also posted photos of herself wearing a shirt that said "Eat, Sleep, Murder, Repeat." But even though police had all of this evidence against her, they did not arrest her. Instead, they allowed her to go free. After a week, investigators finally arrested her and charged her with second-degree murder and aggravated child abuse. She was given a $2 million bond, and during a court hearing, she begged the judge to lower her bond so she could go free while awaiting trial. However, her request was denied, and she remains behind bars. But now details have come out that her parents may have a big impact on her future behind bars. Here's the deal. As it turns out, Jenna's father is a prominent figure in a white supremacist group. He is also listed as an officer on the website for the Traditionalist Worker Party, that is a white nationalist political party in America that has been classified as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. They are known for their anti-Semitic and racist beliefs. In fact, Jenna's father once ran as the Republican nominee for Oregon's 6th Congressional District. During his campaign, he advocated for the deportation of non-white immigrants. If this is accurate, then it means that Jenna had a very racist upbringing, and it could be used against her in court. And if this is true, then it makes sense why she was able to get away with this for so long. Her mother, Kristen, was able to hide her face in court and was able to avoid jail time for so long because of her father's influence. He is a powerful man and likely had a lot of pull in getting her off Scott Morgan. In fact, when police searched their house, they found tons of weapons. Now, I don't know about you, but that kind of scares me a little bit. This guy has a ton of weapons, and he's also a white supremacist. If something like that happened, I would be really concerned about my safety. That being said, we don't know how involved Jenna's dad was in all of this. He may have just been a bad guy and had nothing to do with Jenna's crimes. But this is definitely something to keep an eye on as the case goes forward. And there is one more piece of information that could guarantee she never sees the light of day again. According to documents obtained by the media, Jenna's parents were actually foster parents to Kennedy. They fostered her and her brother while their biological mother was in prison. Now, this is important because it shows that Jenna and her sister knew Kennedy when she was a baby. It also shows that they were aware of the abuse that was happening to her. In fact, one of the neighbors told the media that she saw Jenna carrying Kennedy's body out of the house. If this is true, then it makes it even more clear that Jenna is guilty. And if her parents were aware of this and didn't say anything, then they could be charged with accessory to murder. So I am thinking about this, and I am wondering if this is why Jenna's mom didn't go to jail right away. Maybe her dad made a deal with the police, like maybe he gave them information about white supremacist groups or something like that. And in exchange they let him go and didn't charge him. Or maybe they charged him, but he's already dead. Whatever the case, this is definitely something to keep an eye on as the investigation continues. If it turns out that Jenna's parents knew about the abuse and did nothing to stop it, then they could both face serious charges. They could also be called to testify against Jenna at trial. This could be devastating for Jenna. Her own parents would be called to the stand and forced to relive the horrors of that night. And if they testified against her, it would destroy her case. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that would be pretty hard to do. I don't know if I could testify against my own daughter. But then again, I'm not a white supremacist, so who knows? Either way, this is definitely something to watch for as the case continues. Another thing you need to watch for is whether or not Kristen will take a plea deal. Right now, she's facing up to life in prison. But if she's willing to cooperate with the prosecution, they may be able to work out a deal that gives her a lighter sentence. Of course, she lines still have to live with the knowledge that she allowed her daughter to murder an innocent child. But a plea deal could save her from spending the rest of her life behind bars. There's no word yet on whether or not she's considering a plea deal. But it is something that could happen in the future. And last but certainly not least, you need to watch for the outcome of the trial. Jenna Miles is innocent until proven guilty. But it seems like she has a lot of evidence stacked against her. If convicted, she could spend the rest of her life in prison. This is obviously something that everyone is watching closely, and it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. What do you think about all this? Do you think that Jenna is guilty? Should her parents face charges? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.